Hey everyone, Michael from Xano here. In this video, I'm going to cover our Quick Start template. Now, this Quick Start template is designed to give you the basic foundations for creating the backend of a B2B SaaS application. We constructed it in a lightweight manner so that you could build on top of it, iterate on it in order to fit and mold your use case needs. You can also use the Quick Start template like a learning tool in case you want to see how some of those fundamental concepts are constructed in Xano. The template includes basic database tables and schema, various API endpoints and logic, an AI agent with a tool connected to it, and we even constructed a front-end demo using a Xano API endpoint that renders HTML so you can see how a front-end would interact with some components from the backend. The demo includes authentication, so sign up and login forms, a password reset flow that sends an email, and upon authentication, a chatbot experience that interacts with that AI agent. On top of that, some other concepts in the Quick Start template include sending a welcome email, pulling user event logs so you can do things like reports, user and account management, and role-based access control. So let's go ahead and jump in to see what all is included. I'm going to go ahead and start in the database. Here you can see we have 5 tables included in the template. So we have our user table, which includes things like name, email, password. Users can belong to an account. Also role. In this case, we just have member and admin, but you can expand on that depending on what you need. And even schema for the password reset. Now, the account table, you can think of that like an organization or a company also. Imagine in your application, users belong to some sort of parent company or account. We also have the event log table. So we'll actually add to this table at the end of various API endpoints so we can track what users are doing in our application. Let's say we want to run report or analysis on that, or maybe an admin of an account needs to audit the various activities that their team members are doing. And finally, we have these agent tables. So we have message and conversation. So obviously a message belongs to a conversation. This allows us to continue basically conversations with that AI agent. Let's jump over to the API next. And here you can see we have 3 different API groups, and in here different API endpoints. We'll start with authentication. So in here we have that demo, our auth endpoint, so login, sign up, and getting my own records here. The demo agent, password reset, and sending a welcome email. Let's actually go ahead and launch the demo here. And once again, we've constructed this API endpoint using our template engine. Definitely don't recommend you using this in your production. This is purely for demo purposes. But as you can see, we have our sign up form right here, and this will actually hit an API endpoint from our backend. So let's go ahead and create a user here. So I'll create Jane Doe. We'll give her an email and a password, and I can go ahead and create an account. And in here, we'll see this chatbot-like experience. But what's very cool now that I just signed up Jane, if we go to our database and into our user, we should see that Jane is now populated in our database table. So we know that that API endpoint is working. Now, before I jump into that agent experience in the demo, just want to show you over here in Xano that we've included this example agent. What's really cool is we've given you free test credits, so you can go ahead and start interacting with an agent without having to sign up for a service. Now, this is also connected to a tool here, which actually connects to an MCP server for our Xano documentation. So you can use this agent also sort of like a learning assistant because it has context into the Xano documentation. Now, when you're ready to move on from the test credits, you can go ahead and choose a model host that you want to and provide the access token. You can also iterate on the prompt here if you desire. But let's go ahead and jump back to our agent, and I'll go ahead and ask it a question. And the agent will respond using that tool that's connected, and we can even continue this conversation. If we go back into Xano, we can start to see that our message table is starting to populate with both the messages from the user and also the assistant. And we can even start to see some of the event log populating here, which is super cool. So I'm going to go ahead and just add one more user here. I'm going to add myself. And this is because I want to show the password reset flow. And just jumping over to the API endpoint over here that requests a reset password link, we've gone ahead and included this send email statement with free credits. So you can send up to 100 emails just to yourself, just to help you get started with testing. When you're ready to move beyond that, you can just hit this drop down and go ahead and use your own resend API key, or use a Xano action from a various email provider, or do a custom external API request to the email provider of your choosing, so that you can kind of get beyond those limits. But we wanted to give you something here to get you started quickly. So let's go ahead back to our demo here. We're going to log out. I'm going to say I have an account, but let's say I forgot my password. So we'll go ahead and enter in our email and hit send reset link. Now remember, when you're using the free email credits, it'll only be able to email to yourself as the instance owner. But now that we've sent this, let's go ahead and check the inbox. In our email, we'll see that we received the email with a link to reset our password. And this takes us back to the demo, and we can go ahead and enter a new password. I can go ahead and hit save new password, and then continue back to the app, and all of a sudden we're authenticated and back into the chatbot, and we can start to interact with it. So the demo, as you can see, is super helpful to show you how authentication works, a password reset flow, and then even interacting with that AI chatbot. Let's go ahead and look at what else is included in our quick start template. So I'm going to just go back here. So we've covered the demo, we've covered authentication, we've seen the demo agent in the demo, and password reset. Also in the authentication group is send a welcome email. And it's pretty straightforward. It uses that send email statement just like for password reset. We construct the message here in our template engine with HTML. So that's fully customizable if you want to go ahead and do that. It takes in a user ID. Remember, while you're using this send email with our free credits, you'll only be able to send to yourself as the instance owner. So just keep that in mind. So let's take a look at what else. I'm going to jump to this members and accounts group, which is all about user management and account management. So first and foremost, we're actually able to create an account. So let's say a user signs up to your SaaS application and they want to create an account for their team members. So we can go ahead and do that. So this requires just the details of the account that we want to actually go ahead and include. And you'll notice that includes authentication. So let's go ahead. Let's have Jane go ahead and create a company, and we'll say Xano. And when we run that, we'll see that that gets created. Now, what also happens is Jane gets updated as the admin for that account because she created it. They're seeing account details, which is pretty straightforward. It's just getting the record of the account to look at. They're seeing my team members, but if you're a user down here, you can actually join an account. So for Michael, let's go ahead and join the newly created account. So we'll go ahead and select Michael here. We'll do, I believe it was account ID 3. And now Michael has joined account 3, which is great. So one of the other things that we've included is this ability for an admin with role-based access control to actually go ahead and update the role of a team member. So you'll see this custom function here, role-based access control. And this will actually examine the hierarchy of different roles and determine if the user actually has the appropriate permission level to perform a certain action. So you can go ahead and use this function wherever it's needed. It takes in a user ID that's performing the action and the required role. And we establish a hierarchy here in this variable with just numeric. So admin being 2, member being 1. So as your roles grow, you'll want to be able to assign that depending on what hierarchy. And this custom function will basically, as you can see, step by step with these great descriptions, actually examine if the role has a high enough permission. If not, it will throw an error. So this is a really great custom function to include where you need permissions at the beginning of API endpoints to determine whether a user has the appropriate permissions or not. So let's go ahead and go back and let's first try and run this like Michael, who doesn't have the correct permission to change a user's role. Let's try and run this. So let's go ahead and say they want to try and change Jane to a member. Well, we'll get an error. This user does not have the required role to perform this action. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. But if we actually want Jane to go ahead and run this, and let's say we want to change Michael to an admin, well, Jane passes the checks, and now Michael is upgraded to an admin on the Xano account. So that's an example of some role-based access control and permissions that you can run. We also have this edit profile, which allows a user to edit their own information. Right now, the user table is pretty light. We have name, email, but it's just going to take in the authenticated user, check to make sure that user is who they say they are, and allow them to edit their records. And once again, this information is one of the things that is recorded in the event log table. So speaking of that, the final API group we have here is event logs. So event logs is going to actually just query that table that we're recording all these user events. So first and foremost, you have user my events. So a user can go ahead and actually pull their own events. And you can see that this query is just going to be filtered with the authenticated user ID. So we're ensuring that the user's only seeing their data in this case. So let's go ahead and run this for Jane, because I think Jane has a few more activities. And we can see if we run this, then you get all the results here for what Jane has been doing in the application. But if we go back, we can see we also have our admin API endpoint. So in this case, we've set it up where an admin can actually pull all the logs of the users on their account, and only admin, right? So if you're not an admin, you're not able to do that. Right now, both my users are admins in this case because we upgraded Michael. But let's go ahead and run this for Jane. You'll notice that auth token persists. And now we should see both activities for both Michael and Jane in here, which is pretty cool. So that pretty much wraps it up for our quick start template. So once again, we've included some basic database table and schema, various API endpoints in that front end demo as well, which we launched that UI. And this is all just created here in Xano, which is pretty awesome. You have the AI agent as well with free credits to help get you started. And it's connected to our tool right here to search the Xano docs. And we have various other API endpoints, members or user and account management, showing also different roles and permissions, and of course, doing reports with event logs. So it's just lightweight enough to help get you started and show you the basic foundations of that B2B SaaS application. Thanks for watching. Try out this template and let us know in the comments if it's helpful.